The following is a Mid-Atlantic Sports special presentation.
Oh, wait a minute. Does this cross I can make this on the match? Let's have this match. Whoa, no, I got it. If you want a shot, you want a shot at yours, Silvia. You got that gun which is not yours, and you think you know my business. I'll tell you what, in the street fight main event, if one of your guys get beat, you gotta forfeit your shot at any time. Whoa, hey, and if you guys, either one of you get beat, that TV belt comes back to Destiny. What do you say? Back.
I tell you what, you got a deal. If we lose, either one of our 6 pin, we forfeit our Rumble title shot. If either one of these schmucks get pinned, they lose their TV title. But if either one of your boys get beat, Joey Silvia from Mid-Atlantic champion. What? Don't have to push down there and shut up here?
Oh, I got plenty out there.
You put something up and you got a deal.
I'll tell you what, if one of your boys can beat Joey Silvia,
that's it, right there.
they can get a shot at Joey Silvia down the line. Eventually. See,
I'm down the line enough with you. Let's go.
you know, your partner's got your back. We're gonna hurt you real bad.
Hey, Tom. Me and my partner, we stick together. Otherwise, you just lose.
Don't take it.
Last week, you got lucky. Shut your mouth. There was an atrocity against me, Destiny, and my unborn children. Tonight, we're going to settle accounts. That title comes home.
Whoa.
Just enjoy that title when you got it.
We see you a little bit, Sean.
Welcome everyone to CWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, coming at you from the AC Fitness Center in Greensboro, North Carolina, kicking it off here today. First round action in the 4th annual Johnny Weaver Cup tournament featuring the Gate City Center, Trent Wylde, Jersey, Nick Richards, and the Rising Generation League champion, Roy Rage Wilkins. Alongside me today, not my usual partner in crime, Randy Randolph Hedrick, but instead joined for the first time ever on CWF DVD, the one, the only, rock and roll, Matty D.
Man, it is great to be here in the commentating booth with you, Grant. Here we have squaring off. Oh, what's this? Double clothesline by Roy Wilkins. Great action.
And old tag team partners of yours in the GD and the Rage, Roy Wilkins has really come into his own of his late, winning the RGO Championship last December, and certainly being able to advance to the 2nd round of the Weaver Cup would be another great stepping stone for that young man.
Yeah, Roy Rage Wilkins, you know, there in the beginning, you know, he came along with us and we had our problems, but he has now blossomed with a kick like that to the gut of Trent Wylde into a stunning superstar here in the CWF.
Going for the rage factor and nails it on Trent. Going for the cover, referee KKK making the count, and Jersey Nick Richards right on top of things, sweeping the leg of Wilkins.
Now, I don't know a whole lot about this Jersey Nick Richards character, but from the looks of him, you know, I don't think he's a very cool guy. I've heard about him on the streets, and let's just say a lot of people do not like him, especially because of his bad hair.
No one home as Roy Wilkins comes off the top. Nick Richards astutely rolling out of the way, and this could be the opening for either Nick Richards or Trent Wylde if they can work together and capitalize on the injury to Wilkins.
Yes, I see Katie Kincaid in there making sure order is in effect. And there you see Jersey Nick Richards now. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, he's rolling him up. Could be a neck breaker of sorts. Yes. Slamming Roy Rage Wilkins down, and now I think he's going for a cover.
Nick Richards lateral press, but Trent Wylde has not been incapacitated as of yet, and now with Jersey Nick Richards flipping him over, that inverted DDT, the Gate City Center puts the shoulders of Nick Richards down, and Trent Wylde, of all people, will advance to the second round of the 4th annual Weaver Cup.
Johnny Stewart, the Vice President of the AWA, promised myself and Jesse Ortega a shot at the AWA World Tag Team titles right here tonight in Greensboro. But Osiris is a coward. He's worthless. He knew that if he showed up here tonight, that Gemini and Jesse Ortega would win those tag team titles. So he's spoken in some phony reason. His little baby's sick and he's at the hospital with him. You know, what an excuse. He's a coward. You know why? Because he saw what I did to the Kamakazi Kid last week. I destroyed the Kamakazi Kid. I killed the Kamakazi Kid. And he will never be back. And Osiris knows that the Kamakazi Kid is 10 times the man he is. That's why Osiris did not show up tonight. However, as a substitute match, our great commissioner, Todd Dillinger, is going to have Jesse Ortega wrestle Ric Converse as a preview of what's going to happen when we get them in the ring as a tag team and win those belts. So bring out my great partner and another Johnny Weaver Cup champion, and that's Jesse Ortega.
The one and only, the first, one half of the AWA World Tag Team Champions, Ric Converse getting attacked right off the bat from El Fuego, Jesse Ortega.
Yes, now I assume that if Jesse Ortega might score a pinfall in this match, him and possibly Gemini Kid could get a shot at the World Tag Team Champions. Grant?
Ric Converse on fire here.
Wow.
His own stomping grounds of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Come on. Let's go, Ortega. 1, 2.
Jesse Ortega takes a sabbatical to the outside alongside his mentor, the trainer, the Gemini Kid, and those two individuals certainly wanted to receive a shot at the AWA World Tag Team titles here tonight in Greensboro. And like you said, if somehow Ortega can pull out the win, you gotta think that Jesse Ortega and Gemini Kid may very well be the next ones in lines for that title shot.
Now, I would also assume that with Jesse Ortega having Gemini Kid at ringside, this could be maybe a disadvantage for the first Ric Converse here in this one-on-one competition.
Well, contrary to the comments Gemini Kid made prior to the opening bell, Osiris is not a chicken at all, and we wish him and his lovely wife the absolute best as they're attending to their young child here tonight, which is why Osiris could not make the journey down to Greensboro. But we should not take away from the tremendous wrestling that Ric Converse and Jesse Ortega are displaying right now.
Converse getting the crowd going crazy. Oh, and here's a lockup. Let's see who gets the better. And it is Ric Converse now with the side headlock applied, wrenching it in on Jesse Ortega. Oh, wait, no. No, Jesse with the reversal. Oh, nice, quick maneuvers.
We have to make mention of the fact that we're just 7 days removed from quite possibly Jesse Ortega and the Gemini Kid, ending the career of the Kamakazi Kid in the barbed wire contest last week at the CSA.
That was a devastating match. I've never witnessed anything quite like the end of that contest. I know Kamakazi Kid personally, and you know, it was just it was a very horrifying situation.
Well, on top of the injuries he sustained, obviously, from the barbed wire, from the taser, Gemini Kid left Carolina Sports Arena last week with Kazi's very mask, and even if he can recoup from the injuries, what does Kazi do without his own identity now?
Yeah, that is true. Gemini Kid is now in possession of that mystical mask of the Kamakazi Kid. I would say that Kazi right now is pretty much deemed powerless. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here in the future. I haven't talked to him recently, but I know that you know, all the fan support is really helping him get through this time after the electrical shock to the back of the neck.
I'm sure in the eyes of Jesse Ortega and Gemini Kid, now that they have seemingly completed their nearly 1 year-long quest to rid CWF Mid-Atlantic of Kamakazi Kid, now they can set their eyes on a different goal of sorts, and that obviously is going to be the AWA World Tag Team titles.
Well, you know, as Jesse Ortega has his short arm scissor applied on Ric Converse, he's doing all he can here in the beginning to get us to score a pinfall on the first Ric Converse. Ooh, that was a vicious right hand, and another, and another.
Reversal by Ortega. Converse shoulder blocks right through him. Beautiful arm drag.
You know, Ric Converse, you know, of course, we all know he was an AWA World Heavyweight Champion, held that title very proudly, and represented the CWF very well in the AWA.
Ric Converse, without question, has been the man in the Mid-Atlantic. Going back years and years, I remember a time back in 2002 where he actually won 3 different individual championships in 3 different promotions in 3 weeks' time, which is just about a feat that you're likely never to see happen again.
Yeah, that's simply amazing. I mean, Ric Converse, you know, very decorated athlete here in the sport of professional wrestling, especially here around the Mid-Atlantic area. He's definitely one of the first guys that I saw in my early days here in the CWF and began to look up to.
Of course, we can't take anything away from the technical prowess that Jesse Ortega does possess. Unfortunately, a lot of times he would rather take the low road alongside the Gemini Kid and actually wrestle a man one-on-one.
You know, for me, looking at both of these guys, you know, when I first got here, you know, it seemed that Jesse Ortega, you know, had just won the television title, you know, and him and Gemini Kid had seemed with the crowd at their side cheering them on, defending that television title, and now it's the complete opposite. You got the first Ric Converse, you know, with the crowd behind him, and Jesse Ortega and Gemini Kid, as you said, taking the low road, just like that, chokehold by Gemini Kid. Referee, look.
Gemini Kid getting some cheap shots on Ric Converse to the blind side of our official Charles Richardson, leaving the opening for Ortega, who at this moment in time has this one firmly in hand.
Yeah, thanks to Gemini Kid putting a chokehold on Ric Converse. Oh, but it seems like Ric, yeah, fire back, Ric. Give him all you got.
Well, the AWA World Tag Team titles may not be on the line in this particular match, but Ric Converse has never taken a night off, whether it be a title match, a tag team match, a battle royal, or anything of that nature.
Jesse Ortega now with the leg scissor applied, and the ref needs to go in there and make sure that he's not choking him like Gemini Kid used the choke move. Oh, and now they're using the arm grab move, and they're choking him even more, and the ref doesn't see it. That's blatant cheating right there, and I don't condone this type of action. I can't believe this. Look at this, ref. He doesn't see a thing. They're choking him even more, ref. And again, referee, you're gonna have to turn and look. Gemini Kid, and now he does. There we go, break the hold. Yeah, oh, but he gave him a cheap shot before he got up.
Charles Richardson a day late and $1 short, but finally Ric Converse is free from the hold, and Jesse Ortega still in control after nearly cutting off the air supply to the first, but Converse still coming back.
Air supply, great band. Oh, but now let's see here. Oh, and a drop kick by Jesse Ortega right to the face of Ric Converse. Quick pin, 1-2, no. Ric Converse still fighting his way out of these choke moves, these blatant cheats by Gemini Kid and Jesse Ortega. What do we got here? What move is he about to apply, Grant?
Could be going for an old school bow and arrow here. And Ric Converse has really got to get back to a vertical base because, simply put, very few men can match up with Ortega one-on-one on the mat. And now with the shoulders down, and Charles Richardson almost counted out Ric Converse.
Jesse Ortega, I gotta give him credit. He is putting the fight to Ric Converse, trying many different pin attempts, trying to get those shoulders on the mat. But Ric Converse, as we see, is fighting back. Oh, and now takes a kick to the face, and another kick to the face. Jesse Ortega, he's looking very well tonight, I must say.
It's almost like Jesse Ortega came into this match possibly a little bit more prepared than Converse did. Of course, Converse was expecting to possibly defend those AWA World Tag Team titles. And Ortega, once again, going back to the short arm scissors and quite possibly trying to soften Ric Converse up for one of his primary finishing maneuvers, that being the Fujiwara armbar.
I've seen him apply that hold many times, and I've seen a lot of guys tap out to it as we got a quick no. Thought there was going to be a pinball there, but there wasn't. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the Fujiwara armbar. It's a deadly maneuver. I personally have not been grasped in it in a match, an encounter with Jesse Ortega, but it is one thing that I will always be on the lookout for.
Ric Converse still grounded here at AC Fitness Center in the heart of the Mid-Atlantic, right here in Greensboro, North Carolina, where so many great and historical wrestling moments have happened over the years. And Jesse Ortega ascending to the upper turnbuckle, looking down upon the first and diving, and no one is home for Ortega.
Now Ric Converse needs to hear the cheers of this crowd here at AC Fitness, getting behind him, trying to get him onto his feet so he can get the job done tonight in Greensboro and go out and party it up in the city and the town with all them women.
As only Slick Diddy can, and Jesse Ortega may have Gemini Kid in his corner, but Ric Converse has the entire AC Fitness crowd in his.
That's right, Ric Converse now battling back. Right hands to the jaw, whipping him in. Back elbow, smashing him in the face. And a clothesline. Ric Converse on the move.
When Ric Converse gets going, there are very few men that can stop that kind of momentum. Big hip toss, Ric Converse off the rope, driving the forearm right into the face of Ortega, making the lateral press and only a 2.
And I thought that that would have been the 3 count there, but now let's see what Ric Converse again. Another vicious right hand, jacking him in the mouth.
Reversal though by Ortega. Converse hits the corner, but catches Ortega coming in with another uppercut. Converse flies off the second inside turnbuckle with the clothesline, chose the count, and Gemini Kid is halfway inside the ring.
Now see, there it is. That's the advantage I was telling you about at the beginning portion of this match. Gemini Kid on the outside, obviously a distraction to referee Charles Richardson, who is a great dancer.
Ric Converse first, winning Ortega, possibly going for the flatliner, but Ortega trying to reverse it into the Fujiwara, jockeying for position here, but Converse blocking the ascent to the mat with that right hand, and now finding his way back up, blocks the Fujiwara, and nails him.
That was a deadly maneuver, another shot to the jaw. And wait a minute, Gemini Kid jobbing his way into the ring again. What's going on? He's pulling out something in his pocket. Referee, can you see it? Can you see it? Charles Richardson trying to get Gemini Kid out of the ring. What did he do?
Well, he never touches Converse, so it's not disqualification, but he's obviously trying to save this match for Jesse Ortega, and he certainly has some kind of object in his hand. Converse does, but Gemini stops short. Gemini goes flying outside the ring. It's him and Ortega in hand-to-hand.
there, Ric Converse pulling it out. Beautiful maneuver, and he overcomes the odds, beating Jesse Ortega in a fantastic contest here at AC Fitness.
Representing Osiris, who could unfortunately not be here tonight, Ric Converse put on one heck of a show and in the end emerged victorious.
What's going on here?
Gemini Kid with a blatant cheap shot from behind on the AWA World Tag Team Champion, and now Ortega back on his feet looking to get some cheap shots in as well.
They're trying to bust his face open. They need to get somebody down to ringside right now. He's got something in his hand. I don't know what it is, but somebody get out here quick and fast. Charles Richardson ain't gonna get out there and fight him. Somebody needs to come out to the ring now.
Without Osiris here to help him, Ric Converse is in the palm of Ortega's Spiritual War and the mocking of the Gemini Kid.
Is that a fist pack? That might be a fist pack in his hand. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what kind of foreign object that could be, but he's yelling at him, and he's letting him know that you're not going to mess with the Gemini Kid and Jesse Ortega at AC Fitness or anywhere else. Ric Converse.
With an antichrist of professional wrestling, just sent a very loud message to the first, Ric Converse and his AWA World Tag Team Championship partner in the form of Osiris here at AC Fitness.
Especially in Greensboro, North
This is really a shame. This is really a shame due to some circumstances that happened earlier tonight. My weapons of mass destruction are finally getting a shot at my arch enemy for the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team title. And it's a shame that such a great match and title change is going to happen in front of such a pathetic crowd. If this match would have been on the poster instead of what's on there, we'd be on the other side of town selling out the Greensboro Coliseum. But instead, we're here in some sweaty, smelly, stank gym with a bunch of people. Look, hey, jerks. Hey, get them out of here, jerks. We're ready.
It's time for Mid-Atlantic Tag Team title action as the reigning title holders, the Boogie Woogie Man, Rob McBride, his partner, quite possibly the strongest man in the entire Mid-Atlantic, Tank Lawson, go against an old nemesis in the form of Sheik, Cornelius J. Lumpkin III's weapons of mass destruction, Gregory Vercetti, and Dangerous E, Corey Edsel.
Yeah, no, I'm very familiar with Gregory Vercetti, and I've seen him and been in the ring with him many of times. Corey Edsel as well. Despite some of his thoughts on politics and other things, he's another guy that I've grown to look up to here in my time in the Mid-Atlantic.
Gregory Vercetti having very little luck trying to match power with Tank Lawson, whose reputation alone should advise you not to attempt such a thing, but headlock takeover by Vercetti is possibly going to try and now out-wrestle Tank since he was unable to out-muscle him.
Yes, as you know, Gregory Vercetti is the Italian strongman, strong-time champion.
Italian bench press champion, I believe.
Right, whatever he's calling it this week, as he has this side headlock applied on Tank.
Stick your hair in his face, Greg.
Whoa! Who do you think you are, you stupid?
Vercetti trying to disrespect Tank. Caught him with the shoulder block, and Vercetti now going up and over for the sunset flip, but Tank Lawson, too big, too strong, and pulls Vercetti right up into the bear hug.
That's right, a bear hug maneuver by Tank Lawson. He's a strong guy, so he's going to put that type of hold on you, and he's tagging in the Boogie Woogie man, Rob McBride, as he hits him with an inverted atomic drop, and now he's got him up in the bear hug hold.
No!
Well, a lot of people, when Rob McBride and Tank Lawson first formed as a tag team unit and became tag team champions nearly 1 year ago now, no one really perceived them as being having a long run as tag team title holders just because they weren't really a team, they were just simply best friends. But as they've shown in the past year, sometimes best friends outside the ring can make even better champions inside the ring.
I totally agree with you. They've had a quite unbelievable run as tag team champions as Boogie body slams Corey Edsel.
Yeah, let's not underscore that incredible feat of power.
That's right. Well, these two men know each other very well. They've been in the ring against each other on numerous occasions. I know this for a fact. I have wrestling knowledge like that as Boogie and Tank converse in their corner. Corey Edsel takes a little sip of his vitamin water while Gregory Vercetti talks to Boogie and Tank.
It's so easy to forget that Corey Edsel is still just in his early to mid-20s, simply because he was the youngest Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion ever at age 18 back in 2002. And here he is, 5 years later, still on top of his game as one of the best big men wrestlers we've seen in this sport, whether you're talking about the Mid-Atlantic, the Northeast, North America, or the entire world.
Yeah, I have to agree with you also there. Corey Edsel still on top of his game, and he's just one of those competitors that you can't overlook. He's very dominant, and he's very feared. He's a tough man in the ring, that is for sure.
If Rob McBride and Corey Edsel have wrestled one another 100 times, and I don't really think that's much of a stretch of the imagination, I'd be willing to bet that it's just about 50-50 between the two.
Well, I don't know your vast wrestling knowledge. Like I said, I have some, but it is not in comparison to yours on your... Oh, now what the heck was that? Tank Lawson giving him a little how do you do. That was kind of unnecessary. I didn't really appreciate that.
Well, almost sometimes you have to be unorthodox with Corey Edsel because he's an individual whose shoulders are so difficult to pin to the mat. Sometimes you have to go that alternate route, even if that alternate route is a little tap to the posterior.
Well, yeah, I can remember my first time in the ring with Corey Edsel, and I kind of did the same thing, I'll admit it. I went for a hug and got belly-to-belly suplex.
In fact, you, if I recall, wrestled Corey Edsel in this very building at AC Fitness a couple years ago.
Yeah, actually twice. I've been in the ring with him 3 times, and 2 have been in front of the capacity crowd at AC Fitness. Gregory Vercetti, very tough competitor in the ring. He's from Italy, and his evil knows no bounds as he's choking him here. Ooh, a very unorthodox type choke maneuver. He likes to also get very technical with his cheating as well as his chain and mat grappling skills.
You know, over the years we've seen Sheik Lumpkin try to employ a lot of monsters, shall we say, in his camp. But one thing has stayed constant, and that is the technician of Lumpkin's army, his weapons of mass destruction, has never changed over the past couple of years. That has always been Gregory Vercetti. He may have used Corey Edsel, Sheik Adon El Casey, and
many others that are not of this country, and some are.
They have been deported since, incapacitated,
in jail.
But Gregory Vercetti, the technician, is still alive and well, and really may have found a calling in this partner, Dangerous E. Corey Edsel, because Lumpkin has never had a man with the experience and size and just sheer intimidation as what Edsel comes with.
And now look at these cheating tactics. They're using the arm grab hold too. Katie Kincaid not really paying much attention. And once again, and now look, Tank coming in. Obviously, now they're going to cheat even more with a double axe handle blow to the back of Boogie.
You're not looking to make many friends once this DVD is released, are you?
I'm just stating, the fact that I know Dangerous E and I know Gregory Vercetti. Now, I know Boogie and I know Tank. I'm not taking any sides here. I'm being impartial. That's what you yelled at me about before we started this show.
I seem to recall an infamous match that you actually had with Tank Lawson near the onset of your career.
Well, that's true. I had a match with Tank. I don't like to talk about it, so let's not.
I guess we'll just direct you to CWFMidAtlantic.com for all your latest DVD releases.
Now, come on, I came here to watch wrestling action, Grant. Let's get back to action. Corey Edsel now. With Boogie firing back. But an eye rake to the face that's going to stop him in his tracks. Corey Edsel backing him in, whipping him into the ropes. What do we have here? Boogie ducks the clothesline and another big time. That was the Saturday Night Superstar.
You got it, Saturday Night Superstar. Somehow, some way, on the mammoth, Corey Edsel puts him to the canvas, and Rob McBride desperately needs to get over, make the tag to the all-powerful Tank Lawson.
That move alone, I've had it done to me before. It hurts, but imagine how the ring just felt after that one.
Tank Lawson, one of the few men that can absorb that clothesline from Tank Lawson is Corey Edsel, but maybe this one will indeed get the job done.
That big time whip into the big clothesline. Tank Lawson really putting a hurting on Corey Edsel, and now he's choking him. See, Grant? He's choking him. That is a cheating maneuver. Why does he have to do that? He just caught a boot. He deserved that one in the mouth.
All right, Jesse. Tank Lawson down on the canvas is Edsel, making the tag to Vercetti, and somehow Edsel was able to weather the storm of the steamrolling Tank Lawson, and on Vercetti, Italian uppercut, staggers, Tank Lawson, reverse on the Irish whip, a big shoulder block.
And that shoulder block is like 3 babies' heads that were put together being thrown at your face at 100 miles an hour, and he almost got the 3-count on Gregory Vercetti. That's a deadly maneuver. Tank Lawson is definitely one of the strongest men I've ever seen in my life. Body slam. Tank Lawson now. I think it could be time to finish things up, but not after he gives him another shot to the body. Wait, Sheik Lumpkin. He's cheating. This could be an advantage. And there it is. Knee to the back.
Well, it's illegal as all get out, but it was smart thinking on Lumpkin's behalf. Gave Vercetti just that momentary breather and able to get the knee in from behind on Tank Lawson, and Lawson getting pounded by all 3 members of the Weapons of Mass Destruction at ringside.
Yes, the weapons jiving on Tank, really putting a hurting on him. Now what's Gregory Vercetti gonna do? He throws him back into the ring.
Corey Edsel has paced himself very, very well in this Mid-Atlantic Tag Team title match. Time limit is 30 minutes, and now Edsel going to work with the chinlock applied on Tank Lawson, and anytime Corey Edsel can apply a maneuver like that and actually lean on you with that 350 plus pounds, it's going to take the wind out of you, and quickly.
Let's see now what Tank can do if he can get out of this. He's motioning like I think he's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's coming up on his feet. Corey Edsel needs to lock in that hold a little bit deeper, or he could take some shots. Yes, elbows to the abdomen of Edsel. Tank off the ropes. Oh, but he takes a knee to the stomach.
Possibly the side of the ribs there as well, and we haven't even mentioned how incredibly hot it is here tonight at AC Fitness, which is definitely going to have some kind of effect on the stamina of all the individuals in this ring. As you can see the sweat pouring off Vercetti, as there is quite honestly very limited air conditioning and airflow in the arena part of this building.
Yes, the sweat is glistening off of all the bodies in the ring and all the bodies watching on the outside. Some, I don't know, might not know where I'm going with this.
You know who I thought was a good commentator?
Who is that?
Art Donovan.
Art Donovan, I have no idea who in the hell you're talking about.
Gregory Vercetti trying to stretch out Tank Lawson.
He's digging that elbow into the jaw of Tank. You know, that could partially be striking a nerve, a pressure point, as well as he has that arm in a locker that is hyperextending the elbow. Oh, but now Tank's grabbing his hair, just like he was choking him before, Grant. What about that, huh? Pow!
I can't believe you didn't get that reference.
I'm sorry.
Vercetti drops Tank Lawson square, middle of the ring, and if the weapons of mass destruction can continue on this roll, they could well be on their way to their first Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championship. Vercetti ran straight to the spear of Tank Lawson.
Tank Lawson, just like a great linebacker of the Philadelphia Eagles, taking him down to the canvas with a deadly spear, and now he's tapping the ring, trying to get his bearings, trying to get the tag into Boogie as Corey Edsel, yes, now receives a tag from Vercetti.
Well, congratulations on the addition of Taquio Spikes as Rob McBride, big clothesline on Edsel, and a second one.
Rob McBride now, as we saw earlier, oh, big chop, another big chop, another big chop, and wait, oh, and he punched him right in his eye, but Corey Edsel with a double leg takedown. Wait a minute, he's got him rolled up. Corey Edsel tried to cheat for the win, doing all he can to get those tag team titles.
350 plus pounds plus the use of the rope was not enough, and now, for the lack of a better name, let's call it a stunner. A Sheik Wilkins administered by Tank Lawson. One for Gregory Vercetti. McBride and Corey Edsel fighting for the backslide.
Oh no, now he's setting him up. Stunner and a roll up here.
Backslide, we've got a three.
Unbelievable, oh my God. What an incredible tag team championship contest here in the CWF.
Rob McBride and Tank Lawson as they continue match by match, week by week to approach the 1-year title reign of this championship combination will leave AC Fitness still your Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champion. Everything to lose. It's a 6-way street fight. The hottest tag team going today. The Neon Lions have Lee Valiant's newly won television title on the line as they're taking on Simply Steve Greene, the former champion, and the current Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, Silvia of the Destiny. If either one of the Destiny members lose, then whoever pins them, they are the ones that are in line next. First shot, enjoys Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title, and Lee Valiant caught him spiraling out of the ring with a trash can lid straight off the bat, and this one should be virtually impossible to call.
Now, also, I'd like to add, the Neon Lions have a lot to lose in this because Lee Valiant, who is the current... Oh my God! Joey Silvia's busted open! He's busted open already! He got hit in the head and he's bleeding already!
Lee Valiant doesn't even have to be pinned to lose the television title. His partner, his best friend, Classic Chris Collins, could get pinned and Lee Valiant could lose the television title as for that. On the other hand, Fatback Enterprises, Mitch Connor has yet to cash in on his CWF Rumble win from last October. If they lose this match, he will forfeit a for sure opportunity to wrestle for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title.
Donnie Dollars just got decked there, I might add. And now Joey Silvia, the infamous icon himself, who is bleeding, is now punching Lee Valiant, whipping him into the... Oh,
You see the battle scars strewn across the face of Joey Silvia. Less than 2 minutes into this one, and full steam ahead, crushing the cranium of the television champion.
Come on.
Oh, but nobody there that time for Joey Silvia. And a hot drop kick straight to the face that had to hurt a lot.
Joey Silvia intertwined in the ropes, but thankfully for him, not that Dollars was trying to help Silvia, but Dollars trying to take out Lee Valiant for his own good.
Donnie Dollars is real mad, and he's stomping everybody he can get his eyes on, and now taking the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion to the outside, and he's got that, what is that? Is that for painting? It's a painting device.
Joey Silvia trying to ascend the bleachers here in AC Fitness just to get away from the mayhem. And you see right there Ty Dillinger, and of course Brad Stuntz is somewhere running around ringside as well. They're not in this match, but this being no disqualification, you can rest assured that both Dillinger and Stuntz will probably get involved at some point.
And there you see Steve Greene. This is the first time actually I've seen him in this contest so far. Oh, and deadly shots to Joey Silvia's face by Donnie Dollars. Oh, but an irate.
Well, you talk about a precarious position. Silvia Dollars, but perched up high on AC Fitness on top of the bleachers, and this could spell the end for either man. A big bit by Dollars, and Silvia goes tumbling, crashing to the floor, and taking about 4 individuals with him.
He had to be up about 20 feet for that one, crashing down on everybody that just so happened to be brawling and beating the heck out of each other on the outside. Lee Valiant now, standing above everybody. Could this be his moonsault fantastic? It is!
Lee Valiant already winning the hearts of every fan who watched that improbable underdog win just 7 days ago at the Carolina Sports Arena that put the Mid-Atlantic television title around his waist, and now he's a fighting champion. You better believe it, because right there you see the bloody scars across the face of the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, and the man that was once champion, simply Steve Greene, trying to head out of the way of harm's reach.
I mean, there you see, the fallout from just the aerial maneuvers that we have seen in the past few minutes, and now Steve Greene looking to really put some injury on to Chris Collins, slamming his head into that metal post.
And you know, classic Chris Collins, he will not hesitate for 1 second to sacrifice his own body if it meant his tag team partner being able to retain the Mid-Atlantic television title. And boy, we've seen the Neon Lions spill a lot of blood in the past when wrestling the Destiny. No one will ever forget CWF Max, but tonight is the night for Joey Silvia to taste his own blood as super kicks the trash can, trying to compress it right into the skull of Lee Valiant.
Speaking of tasting of blood, that type of maneuver, it's devastating. To get kicked in the face with a trash can, it busts your face in ways you can't even explain sometimes to the doctor.
Donnie Dollars could certainly be the difference maker in this match. Without question, he is the biggest, strongest man in this contest. And look at Silvia going up high. Lee Valiant with the trash can still around his hip. Silvia flies, dropping the elbow into the trash can.
That really cracked him good. And I think Joey Silvia, wait a minute, that's blood, but is that Joey's blood?
Well, Joey Silvia could have easily dislocated an elbow flying now like that. I don't know if that's...
Oh, no,
It may be Silvia's blood, but it could just as easily be Lee Valiant's blood, who once again has been split from ear to ear.
Lee Valiant's
canvas was not already red, Joey Silvia would be doing his best to coat it in that color right now as a very handsome man, Mitch Connor, coating his own hand in Joey Silvia's blood as Steve Greene in a quest to retain the television title he lost just 7 days ago, and the champion, the new champion, now at the hands and the boots of Big Donnie Dollars.
Let's see what Donnie Dollars can do to this bloody and battered Lee Valiant, who is battling back in an irate Donnie Dollars. Now getting a hold of him is what is Ty Dillinger dot. Ty Dillinger's he's got a bag of some sort of powdered substance and throws it in the house of Donnie Dollars. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Grant. And now let's see what Lee Valiant can possibly do to take advantage of this horrible situation for Dillinger and Dollars.
Well, like you said, I'm sure Dillinger was aiming for Lee Valiant, although he probably isn't too upset that it got in the eyes of Donnie Dollars, because that's just one more man that would be out of his way, and Dollars completely incapacitated, and Ty Dillinger trying to leave some advice to Joey Silvia. As you see, Lee Valiant, how much blood is that kid gonna lose in the calendar year of 2007?
My guess would be a lot. Steve Greene now climbing into the ring, looking to do some damage. And wait a minute, Donnie Dollars has put him in. Yes, the power bomb of Dollars
on his own tag team partner. The blinded eyes of Donnie Dollars from Ty Dillinger's power. Donnie Dollars just took out Mitch Connor. He's completely oblivious. Lee Valiant with the cover on Joey Silvia, and a near fall counted by Charles Richardson. Lee Valiant already with the television title, came within a hair's breadth of being the next man to wrestle for the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title.
Charles Richardson has had a whole lot of trouble tonight. He can obviously see that powder. It doesn't matter. I don't even know why he's at ringside. This is a fight that needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. They're making their way over to the rock wall of death. Rock wall of death, and he's slamming his face into it. They're bleeding all over the rocks. And wait a minute, Joey Silvia is climbing. Shades of Nitro, shades of Turbo.
Steve Greene wielding the trash can on the other side of AC Fitness. Like we said, it is a fitness center. Thus, the rock wall and Lee Valiant and Joey Silvia. Lee Valiant falls from nearly the top of the rock wall, and Chris Collins can only look down and see his fallen partner, but Silvia still perched Bulldog on the champion.
Unbelievable face buster there. And Joey Silvia, I mean, that have to be like 25, 30 feet up there. Oh, did you see that kick by Steve Greene with a ninja move? And now, there's just, everybody's fighting. The managers are getting into it. It's absolute mayhem here within all the running exercise bikes at AC Fitness.
An ill-advised move from Ty Dillinger, trying to slam Fatback himself.
And an eye poke by Brad Stutz. Yeah, not a very smart move. Double choke, fist punch to the face by Mitch Connor, and he's setting him up for another one. Spinning puncher again.
A roundhouse by Mitch Connor, and what a horrible night to have technical difficulties and not have two cameras to record this historical event at AC Fitness, as the bloodied but not beaten Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion just took a boot to the skull, and Mitch Connor straight on his back to the floor of AC Fitness.
Mitch Connor taking a page right out of Donnie Dollars' book with a nasty boot to the bloody face, and now it's the battle of the Bloodmasters in the ring here tonight. They're about, oh no, he's taking his belt off. It could get crazy.
Lee Valiant is a tremendous high flyer, a great technician, but this is not the night to be wrestling. Tonight is the night to fight, and unfortunately, Joey Silvia is smacking the tar off the back of Lee Valiant.
You know, in some countries, people do this all the time, but not in America. In America, when people do it, it's called a street fight, and that's what we got right here. Lee Valiant with a deadly shot to Joey Silvia, and now he's got that belt back. What's he gonna do with it?
The television and heavyweight champion, both losing more and more blood with each passing second, and Lee Valiant is swinging at everyone within arm's reach.
That had to hurt right there. Lee Valiant really showing what he's made of here in this street fight. Almost a 3 count. And look at Ty Dillinger getting involved again. How is Charles Richardson even allowing this to happen?
What kind of CWF commissioner is that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand what's going on here with Ty and even Stutzy being outside for this match. However, Joey Silvia, as he likes to do, climbing to the top rope for a high-flying maneuver that will dazzle.
He's so at home on that top rope. Silvia flies and leg drop right across the back of the head of Lee Valiant.
That's one of the greatest moves in the history of wrestling. I like to do it, and I do it better than Joey.
And I think both of you need to sit down and talk with Bobby Eaton. But right now, Joey Silvia with Chris Collins in the palm of his hand, driving the knees into the skull, and now trying to powerbomb classic Chris Collins, but 3C has another glance, backdrop Silvia over the top to the floor.
What has not been done to Joey Silvia in this match? I think that's about the 5th time he's fallen from 10 feet or higher to the concrete floor. This is a street fight that I'm never gonna forget in the history of my life, ever.
Donnie Dollars finally, with his eyesight, back slamming Lee Valiant.
Donnie Dollars, vicious competitor, hits him with the 747, the G5 splash, but it was broken up by Lee's partner, Chris Collins, who doesn't want to see that television title go away from his friend, and another ninja move. Every time we see Steve, it's another ninja move. He's ninja kicking everybody in this match.
A name he once denounced, the American Steel Ninja chant that haunts him to this day, but we still see glimpses, flashes of that old persona. And right now, Mitch Connor hammering away on 3C, and we got Dollars putting the boot to Steve Greene.
That was another vicious boot by Donnie Dollars. Now what's he gonna do? Ramming him into the steel post. As we still have action all over the arena. I mean, this could go on for weeks or days. There must be a winner tonight, Grant.
There indeed must be a winner. There is no time limit. There is no countout. There is no disqualification. Only one man can leave with his dignity intact. And it's hard to tell where the blood of Lee Valiant stops and the blood of Joey Silvia begins.
Yes. This is nuts. This is crazy. I mean, I'm sorry, Grant. I'm starting to lose focus here at all the blood and all the carnage. I mean, what are these people in the crowd thinking? Oh, I know they're thinking. They love it. They love a good street fight, especially in the middle of a fitness center.
I would hate to be on the cleanup crew when CWF Mid-Atlantic finishes with this street fight. And right now, Lee Valiant is taking a horrifying pounding at the hands of all 3 members of the Destiny.
Lee Valiant's taking a pounding, Joey Silvia's taking a pounding, Donnie Dollars, Brad Stutz, Mitch Connor. It seems like the only one that really hasn't taken anything is Steve Greene. He's just walking around slapping people with belts and ninja kicking them in the face.
Mitch Connor cuts Steve Greene off at the pass, and once more, it's Silvia and Lee Valiant. And what does Silvia have in mind here? You want to compress the neck, the spine, and nearly end a man's career. That's exactly what Silvia's trying to do with Lee Valiant. Silvia with the cover, and Mitch Connor just saved Lee Valiant's television title.
I thought that move was illegal.
Oh my God! Silvia straight down on his hand to the outside.
That's like the 6th time he's been thrown out of the ring onto the ground. What I was going to say, that deadly move he just used is illegal in the United States. Did you know that, Grant?
Well, Joey Silvia may be a piece of for a human being, but he is one heck of a competitor.
And now what do we got here? It's that chain that we've seen sort of familiarized with the career of Steve Greene, especially over the past 2 years. Russian chain match. Don't you remember that one?
Donnie Dollars with Lee Valiant. Kryptonite spiral all the way down. Lee Valiant face first, blasted in this one, and Dollars has him right for the pickings.
Donnie Dollars now says forget it. I'm finishing this now. Wait a minute. Chris Collins with the classic cutter right off the top rope. Unbelievable. Mitch Connor now in, bashing away at the face of Chris Collins.
Steve Greene with that steel chain right around the neck of Lee Valiant. He never saw it coming.
This would be an illegal maneuver, but not in a street fight. Not in a street fight. All that blood rushing out of the head. Even more of Lee Valiant, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wait, what is Ty Dillinger having? That's a lock. Ty Dillinger has a lock in his hand.
What are they doing? Are they gonna lock his hands up to his body?
They've got Lee Valiant hog-tied with this steel chain. Lee Valiant can barely breathe, let alone move. He's totally at the mercy of simply Steve Greene. Pulling back on the legs, replicating again with the count. Steve Greene has regained the Mid-Atlantic television spot. Chris Collins trying to sacrifice his own body to protect his tag team partner, but Collins only gets caught in the melee. Steve Greene has flat out stolen the television title back to the Camp of Destiny, but it took under lock and key, literally, Lee Valiant to hold his shoulders down.
Now you see what I say from the onset of the match. Every time we saw Mr. Greene, he was walking around the ring, putting damage on people. We didn't really see him take much of a beating, and he just took advantage of it all.
And look at the bloody carcass of Lee Valiant.
This is one of the most brutal street fights I've ever seen in my life. What a tremendous ending to a fantastic event here at AC Fitness in Greensboro.
Well, Steve Greene is proud of himself for once again becoming the television champion, joining alongside the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Joey Silvia. But I have 100 times more respect for the man that has the steel chain wrapped around his neck, incapacitated on the canvas, that I do for those deplorable human beings that are standing tall with their championship held high.
You do whatever it takes.
You see this cross?
I'll be your face
You
like
see cross?
wow.
2 times! 2 times!
This whole building saw what's win this match right here. We can't do it, Silvia. It's not our fault. There's too many retarded left to pay it out. I've paid 7 days from right now. We're going back to Wylde in 7 days. Dillinger, I swear to God, I'm calling you out right now in front of everybody. You got 7 days to put your boys in a ring of 5 guys, 2-on-2, none of this other crap. You got 7 days. I guarantee you. You know it.
Where's the belt? Where's my belt? Where's the other belt?
Those two, I got it. Joey and Everett are both going to be fabulous when we're done. Yeah. Choke on that.
Hey, I got something you choke on. Who's the TV champion tonight? Who's the smartest? Destiny. There's no interfering with Destiny. Look how we left
Hey,
Valiant for the
that's what
sake.
you want, Mitch! Not tonight! That's what you want! That's what you want, punk! Hey, Fatback! Just like your name says, we trimmed the fat tonight off a Fatback.
And obviously, the issue between Ty Dillinger and Brad Studd's Fatback versus Destiny is a far from settled issue as well.
Well, the Destiny once again proving to the lows possibly that they'll stoop to regain their championships and make sure that they are atop the singles division here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Lee Valiant's 7 days of a dreamlike state have come to an end. He wrote the ultimate underdog story last week at Absolute Justice, and it is a shame. It is a shame that title reign could not have lasted longer than 7 days. But I can almost guarantee you the Neon Lions championship days are not over with yet. Because if there is any right in this world, one day Simply Steve Greene and Joey Silvia will not have championships around their waist. They will be around the waist of people we believe in, people we trust in, being the likes of Lee Valiant, classic Chris Collins.
I'm just still amazed that we're looking at Lee Valiant, who really needs to be sent to a hospital. Joey Silvia needs to be sent to a hospital. They need some work done because obviously their faces are all busted up and bloody from a street fight the likes I've never seen before.
An incredibly courageous performance that we will never forget here at AC Fitness Center in Greensboro. Call it the massacre on Market Street if you will, but this is Grant Sawyer along with the one and only Rock and Roll Matty D. Thank you very much for joining us here.